about you. Do you like teenage girls?
When you say teenage, how old are we talking?
Greetings everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I'm TJ Speaks and welcome to the video. If you're new, I hope you find something of value in my videos. There's usually a message in them. Or maybe you're just simply here for entertainment or just for some background noise whilst you do whatever it is you're doing. Either way, thank you for tuning in. And to the other viewers that are coming back from my previous video, welcome back. And you know what today's topic was going to be if you watched that video, so let's get straight into it. After being convicted of racketeering and S-trafficking, I can't say the actual word on YouTube, but you know what I mean by S-trafficking. Last autumn, R. Kelly has been handed his criminal sentence. The R&B artist behind hit songs such as I Believe I Can Fly and Ignition was sentenced to 30 years in prison. For context, he is currently 55 years old, so it is highly likely that he will pass away in prison. The federal court case began in last August and included testimonies about the various ways Kelly abused his victims, including the late singer Aaliyah, whom witnesses said R. Kelly S-word abused her when she was as young as 14 years old, and then coerced her into an illegal marriage with the help of fraudulent documents. The jury found him guilty on all counts. R. Kelly is due to go on trial in August, like literally this coming August, where I'm sure it will dominate headlines and social media in a similar vein to the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard trial. If you've been following the situation for a while, this verdict should not be surprising to you. If you don't have the time to research all the information, just watch the documentary Surviving R. Kelly and you'll be brought relatively up to speed on how we got here. There are actions for consequences, and it seems like R. Kelly is about to face his. Unless his lawyers, by some miracle, manage to get him released early, he is going to rot in prison, and rightfully so. I started following the story around the time the Surviving documentary came out, and I was shocked at the mountain of evidence against him. From testimonies to videotapes to audio recordings, there was basically every type of media out there against him. Like, it was just unbelievably stacked against him. Mountains of evidence. If anything, I was actually shocked that he stayed out of jail for as long as he did. I remember discussing the documentary with my friends, and we all basically came to the conclusion that he's going to jail for life. When you see that he married a 15-year-old Aaliyah when he was 27 years old, all the way back in 1994, it's surprising he managed to avoid jail for as long as he has. It was inevitable, however, that social media was going to have its say about the verdict. R. Kelly is one of the biggest artists of all time. Huge. So for some people, nothing he does can ever tarnish his reputation in their eyes. Some people have vowed to continue listening to his music regardless of this verdict. And some people have said that they can't listen to the music anymore because the music is tainted. That's a very difficult situation to be in. I can almost guarantee that anyone watching this video has at least one R. Kelly song they enjoy. Music is subjective. What may be a trash song for you may be a great song for me. We often attach memories or periods of time in our lives to certain music we listen to during it. If you're going through a hard time at home, listening to a certain artist might make you cope with it. You just got laid off at work? Listening to uplifting music can help you get through it. R. Kelly has a ridiculous list of worldwide hits that it would take literal hours to listen to all the songs in one go. He has so many songs that have been played in church, movies, TV shows, such as I Believe I Can Fly. The first time I heard the song was in one of my favorite movies ever, and I remember growing up to it, and even now as an adult I still watch it fondly as I'm a huge fan of basketball, and the movie is Space Jam. I now ask myself whenever I hear the song in the movie, should I be enjoying this? Step in the Name of Love has been played at millions of weddings and has formed millions of happy memories for couples. Do they now just ignore that part of their wedding? The Storm Is Over Now has been played by people who had just gotten through an extremely challenging time in their lives, and I'm certain they will give the power of that song some contribution to them making it through whatever it is they were dealing with. I Believe I Can Fly, The World's Greatest, and other gospel songs have been sung throughout churches worldwide, that I'm certain some people heard the song for the first time in church before finding out that R. Kelly's the one who sang it. This raises the question, can we separate the person from the art? What R. Kelly has done is truly despicable. As I said in the previous Johnny Depp and Amber Heard video, that it is innocent until proven guilty. And R. Kelly has been proven beyond a shadow of a doubt to be guilty. And I struggle to understand some people on social media who think he's innocent. Where I empathize and understand people is what to do about the art. The music has touched millions, if not billions of lives. And I imagine everyone who loved his music has to ask themselves a question, whether they can separate the person from the art. I don't have an answer for that. And I'm sure many people don't either. Hopefully the victims of his abuse get some peace knowing that he's going to be rotting in jail for the rest of his life. And let it be another example of our actions having consequences regardless of who you are. That's going to be all for this one. I didn't want to make it a very long video. I just wanted to touch on the topic because I'm pretty sure I'm going to be making another video on this once the trial happens in August. So yeah, it's a very tricky one, very tricky one, because even myself, like, it's one of those things. Let's say, when you go out, let's say when you go out to the club or you go out to a bar. I remember back in my university days, the song Ignition, guys, let's be honest, the song Ignition, it's just one of those songs that you can't help but just dance to, you know what I mean? Like, it's one of those things that it's the remix to Ignition, hot and fresh out the kitchen, mama rolling their body, got every man in your wishing. Oh, you see, literally, I know that part so well because I've heard it countless amount of times. But now I know I will most likely never hear that song ever again played at any public venue. And I understand it. But it makes you think, because when it comes to music, we attach periods. Like I said earlier in the video, we attach music to certain periods of our lives. Like, for example, I can tell if somebody asks me, when did you realize you started liking music? I can tell you when I was maybe around 8, 9, 10 years old. This is when I was now beginning to find my identity with music, where I'm like, what type of music do I like? And this is when I started to enjoy, hip hop. I started to enjoy hip hop, and I remember the first hip hop song that I really truly enjoyed was Get Loose. Get Loose by T.I. I remember when I first heard it, I was like, damn, this is actually a really nice song. Really nice song. I actually enjoyed it. T.I. Get Loose. And then I remember listening to Black Eyed Peas, Hey Mama. So if you like, I can tell that period of time in my life, those two songs, they're there. But now imagine if you told me I can't have those songs in that period of my life anymore. It's a very tricky question. It's like, what do you do? It's almost like you're erasing a memory. It's a tricky thing. It's a very tricky thing. I don't have the answers. Which is why I give the floor to you guys. Feel free to comment down below or message me privately so we have a discussion on it. Please like this video, share it, and subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed it, as I have many similar ones on my channel. Thank you all for tuning in. Take care, and cheers.